So this happened, what, a weekend ago or last weekend? Oh, 3 days
Oh,
ago.
3 days ago. The first comment tells me everything.
So what to say? I don't even have to watch it. But anyways, I saw the social media stuff. I actually wanted to hear what they said.
No Premier League player in history is better than a prime Neymar.
Oh,
Wayne,
that's rubbish.
Thierry Henry,
Yeah,
That's
Ronaldo,
rubbish.
yeah.
Ronaldo.
Come on.
Salah or not?
Even Hazard. I didn't
You
throw
not
Hazard.
Yeah, I
No,
think
but
Salah.
Hazard. There's a.
I like Neymar, but I've never seen Neymar as a
No.
top player.
Yeah.
Like as Messi, Ronaldo in that category.
No.
Joe,
He could have been, but he didn't get to that place.
he was. I mean, we obviously I played against him with Valencia. They beat us 7-0, and that front three was Neymar, Suarez, and Messi.
I know.
Tough
That
day.
sounds like hard
It was
work.
ridiculous.
Did you not park the bus? Did you not try and sit in? No,
But Neymar, to be fair, he's the one that.
But was it 7, Nevin? It could have been 17, or was it just 7? You were every time they took a shot.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Neymar. He was unbelievable. Look, he was unbelievable. Neymar, is it because he hasn't won the World Cup that we're saying this, or is it because of what he's?
No, it's not just the World Cup stuff, is it? Has he ever been likeable? Has people liked him as much as?
That's the thing. Is it the likability, the World Cup?
When he left the way he left, was it Barca, and it was just all a bit.
I'm just gonna say this. Likability has nothing to do with whether you're the best player or not. A lot of people don't like Ronaldo. A lot of people don't like Messi.
I was literally about to say the same thing. What does liking him have to do with him being one of the best players? Do they continue?
I don't know. I never watched.
Oh, wait, yeah. I
You
think
always got
they
the
say,
impression
like,
he was again very much about money, and he maybe wasn't a team player at PSG. It was, and I know these lads can be selfish. You can be selfish in the right way. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, he was never kind of that likable, was he? Am I wrong with that?
No. I'm not interested.
So how many Premier League players in history are better than him?
But I think we watch the
Thierry
Premier League,
Henry,
don't we, as well?
Ronaldo.
What about Mane? I love
Hazard. I'll put
I
Hazard.
think he
in.
would be better.
I think so. Yeah.
If
Salah?
you look back at stuff he did, it was
No,
incredible.
no, not Salah's not
I
better
think
than
so.
Neymar.
You think Salah's better than him?
Yeah.
No,
I do.
Salah's not better than Neymar. I'll have to fight Wayne for that one.
Salah's not better than Neymar.
No.
How long was he at
Neymar.
Barcelona? I think he was good at Barcelona, but I think he
But isn't Salah better than Hazard? And he said Neymar's not better than Hazard.
these guys are confusing themselves. And I lost respect for what Rooney says a
Long
while
time
ago.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's a really good player, but some of the things he says are like shenanigans. And he relegates every team he manages. So does he really have like a thing to be talking about other players and how good they are?
Why does the Premier League or English, sports and footballers, I'm assuming, have to comment on whether Neymar is a top player or not when they never won a World Cup? They never won more Champions League than the Spanish League. They never won a Euro. So I'm kind of confused as to why they have this type of opinions. No, they could have an opinion, don't get me wrong, but leave it to them to try to discredit Neymar when they're not even, we could technically say England's not that football, because look at the Champions League they only have 6, the most team, I think, 0 Euros, 0 World Cups. If it was up to stats like that, then they're not very likable.
I mean, I like Neymar. You?
I thought Neymar was third best during the Messi and Ronaldo era. I don't think there was anyone better than Neymar other than Messi and Ronaldo. And even Neymar was more skillful than both of them. And skillful meaning like better, like doing fancy dribbles, Brazilian style.
The flair.
The flair, yeah. And he did it like effortlessly. Marcelo could do it, but not, he was a defender.
One guy who does it better, and probably, I hate to say this, but probably the only guy to do it better is probably Ronaldinho.
Yeah. And technically Neymar had better stats than him, except for the Ballon d'Or.
I would even go as far as saying, like, if Neymar wasn't in the same era as Messi and Ronaldo, he's easily the top player.
I think he's better than anyone playing right now.
See? If Neymar was now, he'd easily be the top, even at like 19, 20.
During that time when Neymar was in Barcelona, we gotta remember Messi was injured for like half of the season or like a good amount, and it was Neymar who carried Barcelona to win games. If not, they would have definitely lost La Liga. Watch those games that Messi didn't play and who was scoring and gave an assist.
And who gave Barca life against PSG to make the comeback?
Neymar. And I'll say this as a Barca fan, I hate that Neymar left to PSG, but you cannot hold that against him for wanting to be the best. Because he wanted to be number one. Obviously things didn't go his way. And he was a little bit more flopping, like, not flopping, but like, what do you call it when, they just faking fouls, basically. He was more faking fouls like that in PSG a lot more. And I think that's why he's not as likable as they say. But the skill, the goals, the assists, I think even to this day, Neymar probably has the best highlights. Not La Liga, because Ronaldinho was there, but in the French league. I don't think there's anyone that has better highlights than him.
Facts.
During the Clásicos, Neymar was scoring. He was assisting, and there was Pepe, Ramos, Marcelo, Cuantrao.
Not everyone can handle Neymar at his best. Very few.
And
he's just an incredible player. But things just didn't work out well for him. Doesn't mean that he's not a good player. I'm not even a Barca fan, and I wish Neymar didn't leave Barca. But yeah, what do you do if one of the best players in the world is at Barca? You leave, right? It makes sense.
And if I'm correct, before Barca, Madrid also wanted him. Just that he chose Barca at the end of the day. But let's go to the players they mentioned. They mentioned he's not better than Ronaldo. That's a given. Thierry Henry, you could definitely argue about that one. They said Hazard and Salah. I mean, Salah you could argue also because of stats in his Premier League. Hazard you could, but he doesn't have as many goals. He has more dribbles for sure.
Yeah. I'll question this. Salah has the stats, the goals, the assists. So does Neymar. But does Salah have the flair, the skill, the technical skills like Neymar? I would say no.
And not to mention, Neymar finished top 10 in Ballon d'Or playing for Santos.
Had what, like 17 or something?
18 or something like that, yeah.
Some team number. Well, that's insane, right? And check out the highlight reels, like what he did at Santos.
Not just that, with Brazil. He did some good stuff for Brazil. Obviously, Brazil didn't win anything, but I mean, there's a lot of strong European teams and other teams as well. And if I'm correct, Neymar's the one who gave him the win against Spain when Spain was unstoppable.
And what do you think about Mane? When that lady said Mane is better than Neymar.
I mean, Mane left. Mane was definitely not better than Neymar, but Mane left too early to even be in the argument. Because, a lot of people were saying Mane was better than Salah. And again, this is a problem with them saying comments like that, right? Then we catch you discredit all these other great footballers. I'll just say it again. If Ronaldo and Messi were not during Neymar's era, he would have been probably Ballon d'Or at least 2 or 3 times. And he was playing right now at his prime. I mean, he's better than everyone playing at the moment. He had better finishes than Jamal. As you see, Jamal is probably one of the best at the moment, but he misses a lot of easy goals.
And I'm gonna use Gary Neville's favorite phrase. To be fair, he's the only one who didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He was like, Neymar was, oof, he was so good. That's because he got smacked 7-0 by a team with Neymar. What can you say? He dealt with it firsthand.
Some people were saying that Prime Rooney was better than Neymar, and a lot of people were backing that comment too. I was like, what?
What, really? Don't get me wrong. Rooney is an incredible player. He did a lot of great things. He was a good striker. He was a team player.
He would score bangers.
He would score bangers. He works really hard, but man, I mean, Neymar is on another level.
I mean, I'll tell you this. Neymar wouldn't have flopped in the MLS. I mean, Neymar is so good that he won the Saudi Pro League without even playing. Come on. Who was one of the best players in the Premier League at that time? The Hazard was there and all those people. Aguero, Thierry Henry. I think he might have gave up Premier League to Arsenal. I can't remember, to be honest. I think he did. So did Aguero. True City. And yeah, I think the only one that you could kind of argue that may be better than Neymar is Thierry Henry. But even Henry didn't do what Neymar did in La Liga. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. You can argue that. I just don't understand why footballers who retire, instead of like backing great football, go out and trash it. Aguero, because kind of was doing the same thing after he retired.
And if you notice,
while Rooney's eating dinner.
This is like a chat with the friends over dinner. Neymar was just one of the players that defined the beautiful game for me.
And he's the last one at the Jogo Bonito, I think.
Yep.
I don't think I have seen anyone since then.
Oh.
Rodrigo has very few moments. Maybe Benny, but he's definitely not like Neymar. And he was just unlucky because of all his injuries. We kind of make fun of him for that, but you can't really do anything about people getting injured. Like that was his kryptonite, I guess, in football. He would get injured easily.
This is how you know how good of a player you are and how unstoppable of a player he is. They would try to take him out and they would just keep on trying to go for his ankles and stuff. That's why he has messed up ankles and keeps getting injured, because people would just go for his legs.
Especially when he was playing for Brazil. Like you see the international games, people would just go out to take him out. Same at PSG. Barca, he had more protection because there was Messi, there was Suarez, there was Iniesta, there was Xavi. So you could take one out, the other one's gonna get you anyways. He had more, and he was more of a winger there rather than he only had to juke from time to time, because then Messi would juke some, other players would juke, Iniesta would juke some. There were so many players there that protected Neymar from being the only one doing the dribbling. And I think he was, like I said, doing the clásicos when he was there. I think that's where Madrid struggled the most. It was him having Neymar helping out Messi.
And no matter how many injuries or how bad of injuries he had, he still came back playing the same way he did. That's respect.
Even now.
Yep.
Like after that many injuries, I feel like I would have quit.
Or change your ways, so that you're less attacked. But he never went away from it. And I'm never gonna forget. I think it was like the first, maybe the second game for Brazil in the World Cup against Serbia, where they got him in his ankle and he went off the field crying. And then there were like pictures going around of literally right after that, his ankle swelled up, and people were saying, "Oh, doesn't look good for his World Cup. He might be out for the rest of the tournament." What does he do? He tries to fight his way back and to play for his country and do his thing.
And even now, he still wants to play for his country. But obviously, he's not as fit, so.
Mateus Cunha, Rafinha, Ryan, Vinicius Júnior, obrigado.
Porra, Ancelotti, eu? Não fomos convocados. Fico triste, óbvio. Sempre vou torcer pela seleção, né? E tá tudo certo agora, é seguir trabalhando, seguir melhorando.
It's nothing Carlo could do about it, but he says he still wants to play for Brazil. Anyways, we went on a rant here, but I'll just leave it as the players I mentioned, they're great players. There's no need to bash Neymar when he's better than all of them sitting there. As well as the other ones he mentioned, maybe except Henry. But Ronaldo, obviously, he's out of the class because he was in a different class. I think Neymar was in that class with them. It was hard to overshadow Messi and Ronaldo when they were at the top already.
Neymar was just as good, though.
Actually, I'll leave it at this. Was Hazard, Salah, Thierry Henry, Mane. Were they ever close to Messi and Ronaldo? Maybe
at most stats-wise.
Maybe some were close at goals, but not really. Maybe Hazard was close to Messi of dribbling, but not assist or goals. Neymar had all of those stats when he was playing that year at their prime. And he finished third in that race for Ballon d'Or. I don't think any of them that they mentioned were third during the Messi and Ronaldo era. Van Dijk, for all sake, I think was, but not the others. Anyway, that's it for that rant. Let us know in the comments what you think of these people. And be honest too, how do you consider Neymar? You don't have to even argue about anything else. Just answer the question, was he world class or not world class? According to them, he was not world class, except Gary Neville.